Good afternoon and welcome to our third assembly this year. Last week, as you remember, we spoke with our security officers, Mr. Ronnie and Mr. Rick, and it focused on our physical safety. Today, I'm thrilled to be here with Mr. Hyacinth, our school counselor, who's going to be talking to us about our emotional well-being and about our mental health. Good afternoon, Mr. Hyacinth. How are you?
Good afternoon, Dr. Jewell. I'm feeling really great and really excited to be here speaking with you all today.
Great. I think we can take off our masks. You're vaccinated, right?
Yes, in fact, I am
great.
vaccinated.
Great.
Happy to say so.
Terrific. Let's start our assembly with a Pledge of Allegiance led today by 4th grader Matthew Byung.
Assembly stand. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Matthew. So, Mr. Hyacinth, I understand you're not exactly new to Buckley, right? Can you tell us about a little bit about your journey to Buckley?
Yeah, not quite. I actually have been a social emotional counselor for quite a few years with a not-for-profit organization that actually brought two kids here at Buckley Country Day School. And I had the great opportunity of traveling here from Brooklyn to come and counsel and speak with those two students on a bi-weekly basis. And it was really a pleasure to get to know this community and get to know Dr. Jewell and to be in this glorious building.
Great. Thank you. We're thrilled to have you here.
Thank you.
Are you ready for some questions from our students?
Kinda.
Our first question is actually from one of our seniors, Arsh Ganchi in the 8th grade. Go ahead, Arsh.
What does a school counselor do?
Well, it's a really good question. Typically, a school counselor is here to make sure that students feel supported. I want to help you academically. I want to make sure you're being helped socially. And I want to be here to help you manage your feelings. I'm also here to help you mediate difficulties between you and your friends, or even between you and teachers.
That's great. So essentially you're saying we have to take care of our bodies, we have to take care of our brains, and you're helping us take care of our feelings, right?
That's
because
right.
That's really important.
I'm the feelings guy.
You're the feelings guy. Thank you. Our next question, Mr. Hyacinth, are you ready?
Yes.
It's from Valentina Lopez in 7th grade.
Why do we need a school counselor?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, that's a great question. Why do we even need a school counselor?
Well, a school counselor can really help you manage difficult emotions, help you in really odd social situations where you might need some help or some good advice. And if you're having difficulty with your class or with your schoolwork, I'll be here to help you organize.
Thank you, Mr. Hyacinth. We have another question from a 4th grader. Go ahead, Ben.
What are we going to do in social emotional learning class? Is it graded?
Thank you, Ben. So you are a teacher also here at Buckley, right? You teaching SEL, social emotional learning, and
That's
obviously
right.
the students want to know what it is. And the ultimate student question, is it graded?
Hey Ben, well I'm going to answer the most important part first. No, it is not graded.
Oh, good.
This is totally for you and it's pressure free. What we'll do is we'll probably get together, be in a circle, and we'll just have really good discussions together and listen clearly to each other. We might play some games too and have some really fun activities going on. It's all to really help you with empathy, managing your social skills with your classmates, and really having a strong sense of confidence and self-identity.
Now, we have another question from a much younger student, Ollie in 1st grade. Go ahead, Ollie.
What if a friend doesn't want to play with me? Is that something you can help with?
Yes, that does happen. Sometimes you want to play with a friend, they don't want to play with you, they don't want to include you in their game. So what should students do? Should they come see you? Or?
Firstly, I do want to say that's quite natural and difficult times happen between friends, especially during playtime. I'd be here for you all to come to me and we can get together, make sure we're all communicating our feelings and talking to each other about how we feel. And that way, we can have a good understanding of each other and then we can all have fun and all feel happy.
That's great. So that's what you're going to be teaching in social emotional learning class as well, right? So hopefully those situations they'll be able to handle on their own after they're with you in class, correct? Is that?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Hopefully, after seeing me a few times, whenever you're having a difficult time with a friend outside during playtime, you can go up to that friend and be confident enough to express your feelings to them and have a great conversation and settle the problem on your own.
Great. But of course, it always starts with including people in your games, right? In your plays. So hopefully the kind of situations that Ali's talking about won't happen too often. But they do happen. That's part of growing up, and that's what you're going to help us with, right?
That's right.
Great.
Empathy is really important, and allowing others to play with you is really key.
Great. Thank you. Next, we have a question from Cassandra in 2nd grade.
What if I have an argument with a friend? Can you help me with that?
So Ali's question was about when a friend doesn't want to play with you. Now Cassandra's question is more about having an argument, right, this time around. So should they come see you at that point?
Well, Cassandra, first I'll say, try to have a good and honest conversation with your peer. And if that doesn't work out as well as you wanted it to, you can come to me. We can have what's called a mediation, and I'll mediate an honest and good conversation between you two of you, just so that you guys can understand each other's perspective and come to a really good median.
Great. Terrific. So is mediation helping people get along? Is that what it is? Would you say, is that a fair explanation of what a mediation is?
Yeah, really, it's just to help people get along and understand each other's perspectives, and be able to be in the same space with each other mostly.
I see. Great. Thank you. Are you ready for more questions?
I'm ready.
Okay, because we have a 3rd grader, Gabby Parchment, who's very anxious to ask you questions. Go ahead, Gabby.
When I meet with you one-on-one or with a friend, what will happen when we meet?
Gabby, honestly, I'm happy to talk about whatever you'd like when you're here. I really want to know mostly how you're feeling and what's troubling you, if there's something that's troubling you. I'd also welcome any good news as well. So please come talk to me, you and your friends.
So is this where they should come talk to you, Mr. Hyacinth, in your office?
Yes.
Okay.
Please come to my office.
Where's your office?
It's right in the middle of the library.
Okay,
Please.
great. Terrific.
You'll see me.
It's very nice and very comfortable. I really like your office. So.
I got very cozy couches, pretty cushiony pillows, and plants. Who doesn't love plants?
All right, we'll be coming to you. Thank you. We have a 5th grader with, I think, a difficult question. Are you up for it?
Yes, I'd like to hear it.
Okay, go ahead, Danny.
Will everything I tell you be kept private?
The confidentiality question. How would you answer that?
Danny, that is a really, really good and really important question. I'd like to let you know that whatever you say to me in this office will stay between the two of us, unless you explain something to me that actively will put you in danger or someone else in danger or harm. Then I would have to let others know.
Great. That was a great explanation of how difficult it is to be in your position when you have to make a promise for confidentiality, or people expect confidentiality. At the same time, you can't guarantee it, right? Because if you feel somebody's in danger or they're putting somebody else in danger, then you can't keep things confidential, right?
That's right. I'm going to have to let your guardian know, and I will have to let the headmaster know.
Right. So if we can impose on you one more time, we have one more question from a 6th grader. Is that all right?
All right, 6th grader, let's hear it.
All right, Lillian, go ahead.
When should I come talk to you? Do I need an appointment?
So yeah, how does this work? When can they come see you, and how are you available?
Well, Lillian, my door is always open, and you can always come see me as long as you plan with your teacher. Let your teacher know where you are at all times, and then they give you the permission to come and see me.
Mr. Hyacinth, it was a pleasure to have a chance to talk to you today and have you answer our students' question. And I'm sure they now know who you are, what you do, where you're located, and they're going to come see you. And I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you so much.
Dr. Joel, thank you so
Thank you.
much. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and I'm so excited to get to know each and every one of you. Please come visit, come say hi, let's talk. I promise it's going to be a good time.
All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.